Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of week again. Welcome back to the Apex Racing League. Here we are in round 3, and it was a little bit of a mystery here. We chose the mystery round here for Tier 5. Actually, for all the tiers, this Mystery Grand Prix weekend. So just before the session started, drivers all hopped into a call, and the admin spun the wheel. And funny enough, landed on Japan, where the actual F1 will be racing this weekend. So we're going to get a nice little preview. Welcome again. I am your commentator, as always, eip485. Glad that you're out here with us. And just before everything gets underway, I wanna let you guys know about stuff that's happening in the Apex Racing League. It's the second episode of the Tonight Show with Mr. Storm tonight. 10 p.m. UK time. Convert that to whatever time that is your own. Tonight, Mr. Storm welcomes Risky, Tom Gray, and the first ever top 10 list of the Apex era. Slightly hoping I make that list, just not based on race pace, but just based on goatedness. If you know, you know. And if you want to see that top 10 list, join Mr. Storm later tonight on the Discord, on the Twitch. You already know what it is. 10 p.m. UK time. Looking to see you all there. But here we go, guys. In Japan, Suzuka, the most famous, one of the most famous tracks for the drivers. The drivers all love this track in actual F1, but I have no idea if they like it in the Apex Racing League. Being on console, personally, I hate Sector 1 in Suzuka. Absolutely hate it. It's so hard to get right here. But let's see what these drivers got, if they can get it right. Love you, boys. Cricket. Love you, love you. Thank you, Xanax. Let's go. Here we go. I believe we got Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin 11. Gonna be our first driver here. He's already down to 50% battery after the first straight. In the Ferrari here. I'm expecting to see a lot of white bulls here with Tim. I want to see if Tim's got the white bull. Tim's got the white bull in Suzuka. That's perfect. Absolutely wonderful. Come back to T4. Hey, mate. I stayed on my time. T4 changed. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. So Kevin through the first sector. Looking pretty decent here. Seen a couple of guys retire already. Knockout Heroes retired. HS has retired. I'm sorry, Cricket Q. That just has to be that way, man. I'm sorry. After his hairpin, he's coming down to the Sector 2 is just the longest sector. Sector 1 is a couple of turns. Sector 3 is like 3 turns and then a straight. Sector 2 sector is like 50 seconds long. It's absurd. So let's see how he does coming up the straight, up into 130R here. Where one of the most famous moves ever happened. Fernando Alonso around the outside of Michael Schumacher. He knew he'd break. He has a wife and kids at home. That was rookie Nando now. He's got all of that juice in him now. But Mr. Kevin, he's going to set the time. They're all going to come and chase the Ferrari. Taking the shortest route to the line. The Ferrari goes a 130 flat. Almost a 130.1. That's a good benchmark from the Ferrari. Here we go. We're trying to find Ironhide now. Ironhide immediately beats it by 0.3. Puts in a 120.7. That's a Merc coming to the line, but I believe it's George. Yonex actually. Yonex slides into 3. Wait, where's Yonex? There we go. Let's find the Mercedes. Yonex slides into P3. You're going to have these cars come into the line here. His teammates come into the line here. There's an Alpine. I'm not going to get it to him in time. It's Soner. It is not Soner. It's Benjo. Benjo now just starting his lap. There's an Aston Martin coming to the line here. And Gamerboy, I believe. Gamerboy just starting his lap. The Ferrari teammate and Finster just starting his lap. As Jerry in the V-Card. The V-Card brother puts up a 29.5. Niddle needs a... Oh, let's see. Let's see if I got you. Let's see if I can get him here. Alright, Niddle, if you're watching the stream, bro, I got you. I got you. Demo Mr. Boss. Sorry for pronouncing your name incorrectly earlier. But you want to be called Mr. Demo. I got you, man. Starting in the beautiful Haas livery that was made for the States, but we're here in Japan. states in Japan have massive history. If you know, you know. All right, let's see who's coming to the line here. The Ferrari teammate pits. That's Mr. Kevin coming into the pits here. Who's going to be first? It's going to be the Mercs in George. George will be the next to the line. He sets a purple middle sector, George does. George with 13 battery left. What is he going to do? Pushing to the line, taking the shortest route. No, he doesn't actually. George to the line, goes P1, a 28.5, beats out Sneaky and Soner, whose times I missed. 28.5 from George, good lap. Benjo slots into P8 with a 132.7, way off the pace. Yannick's put into P9 at 131.4. Because Finster goes P2. I think I see Red Bulls coming to the line here. It's going to be Sir Wolverine. And he cuts the corner. His lap will not count. So Wolverine's lap will not count. What are the Haas boys here? Demo and Spuddy. It's going to be Demo first here. The Haas needs a good commentator. Haas needs a good result, and that's a decent quality spot for Demo. A 28.7 here. What does his teammate Spuddy have, though? Spuddy entering the final couple corners. Spuddy through the last chicane into the long right-hander to the line. Does he take the shortest route to the line? No, he doesn't. Lost some time there. Spuddy only P7 on 129.6. Knockout and HS have retired. They both had quality bands. Boxed is on a lap. Frozen is on a lap as well, but Frozen will come to the line before Boxed. So we're going to stay with the kick Sauber. He goes way wide there. Still doesn't invalidate though. Frozen, 88. This is not looking the best lap from him. Remember, these drivers did not have any time to practice in Suzuka all week. They were revealed, the track was revealed about 10 seconds before. Excuse me, not 10 seconds, 10 minutes before they actually took the track there. Frozen's gonna give up on his lap. That's changing just to Boxed. Boxed still has a long way to go and he's basically out of ERS here. He's got to control that ERS correctly. Box using that ERS, but now he's just going to be charging the entire way through 130R. That's losing a lot of time for Boxed. Sets a 112.1 after his middle sector here. He's got no ERS left. He's just losing time in this entire last part of the track here. Through the last couple of chicanes here. Boxed and that long right-hander. Frozen gets out of the way, dives into the pits, Boxed to the line, only P11. You gotta think, how much time did he lose there for not having his ERS ready? No one's on a push lap right now. Spuddy's gonna be pitting, Boxed is pitting, and Risky, actually, excuse me, Mr. Risky. I forgot about you, our race winner last week, Risky. Mr. Risky, what do you have in the Williams? Did he switch teams again? I swear he was just on. I think Risky switched teams again. He started the year as the V-Carb team principal. Then he went to Aston Martin, and now he's in Williams. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know, as Risky puts up into P8. Yeah, I don't really know how Boxed was out of ERS before Sector 2 was even done. Yeah, I don't really know how that happened, especially because Sector 1 is a lot of turns. So I don't know where he was using the ERS. Yeah, T5. This is why I commentate T5, because it's the funniest stuff. Risky is not on a push lap now. He's going to pit. Mr. Kevin might be on a push lap here. Yeah, he is on a push lap here in the Ferrari. Trying to see if anyone else in front of him on a push lap. No one isn't. It's going to be Mr. Kevin now. I don't know how. Yeah, it's all corners, so I don't really know how he's used it all. Mr. Kevin has aborted his lap. He's going to go for another warm-up and then a push. Let's see who else is on a push. His teammate Finster is on an out lap as well. Don't know what I'm seeing here between Demo and the Aston behind. I don't believe either of them are on a push lap here. Traffic can be a major issue, especially in Sector 1 here. Is that a Mercedes on pushing? Is that Yannick's pushing? Yannick's is pushing though, but he is also. How is everyone out of ERS? Like, I don't know, where are you guys using this ERS? How are you all out of ERS going into 130R? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yannick's to the line, stays 13th. Heavily improves his time, but only stays 13th. Got a lot more to do, Yannick does. Mr. Kevin now on a push lap. Ironhide on a push lap as well. Finster on a push lap. Jerry's on a push lap. See, Jerry, he's someone who knows how to use his ERS. His ERS is slowly going down, but he has enough here to get him through 130R, recharge it to the last couple of corners, and go for a full push to the line. This is how you use your ERS. In the pink and white V-carb, using the best number there is. Number 3 for Danny Rick. Jerry to the line. Improves his time, but not his position. Stays P6. Ironhide up to P7. Is that a Red Bull in the background on the push? That is not. I believe that is Mr. Kevin, though. In the Ferrari through the last chicane. Mr. Kevin, what do you have? Pushing to the line. Does not improve his time. That's an Aston in the background. He won't improve his time. There's a Haas coming to the line. I don't think he improved his time either. He was just starting to push lap. Excuse me. Finster in the other Ferrari, though. He goes purple, purple, purple. Finster up into provisional pole by 16 thousandths, excuse me. At the top between George and Finster. It's funny to see George in a Mercedes up into P2, just like it is in real life. I believe that is, no, that's Jerry. He's not on a push lap here. Is it Nin on the, neither of the 3 people have retired, and the Kick Cyber boys are behind most of them too, so they gotta get some laps in. Even if it's just even if they're like 30 seconds off the pace, they gotta get laps in here. Mr. Kevin is not on a push lap here. Gamer Boy is on a push lap here, but is he the first to the line here? No, it's not. It will be Sneaky Tim. Sneaky Tim, 5/10 up on his time. Purple sector 2. The McLaren way out of the way here. Sneaky Tim keeping enough ERS coming through the last chicane here. In the white bull, wearing number 2. Sneaky Tim, what does he have? He pushes to the line. He goes P1. A 28.3 from Sneaky Tim there in the white bull. Well done, Sneaky Tim. Do I see? No, I don't. I don't. Gamer Boy just set a new lap here. Did he? Finster looking to pit, I believe. Yep, Finster coming into the pits here. Those are 2 Haas drivers, though, of Demo. Spuddy goes way wide. Spuddy's not on a lap here. Is Demo on a lap? Demo is not on a lap. Both drivers dive into the pits here. I don't think anyone is on a lap right now. Except the Williams driver of Risky. I believe Risky. Risky might be on a lap here. I think he is on a lap here. Let's see if Risky's on a lap here. George, Yannick, and George are not on laps. That Aston Martin of Gamer Boy is also should be on a lap, actually. It is not. He is recharging, jumping back into the pits. It's going to be Risky. Risky is on a lap. 3/10 up into Sector 1, saving about 70 ERS now. Yo, Kick Saber, guys, what are we doing? How are you P17 and 19 and 3 people haven't even set a lap yet? 3 people retired and you're still dead last. Risky, using a bunch of oh, he's used all his ERS now. He's going to be losing time and time. If I was Risky, I'd dive into the pits right now so you can go for another push lap, and he does that exactly, just as if he was hearing me correctly. A lot of drivers are coming out. You can see the mini-map on the bottom right of your screen. Drivers pushing out of the pits now, going for that final push. I believe is George out of sync with the rest? George is out of sync with the rest. Barely down on his time. Yo, this Nin guy, bro. Malik's team is selling. Malich's team is selling. The Kick Sauber Boys, P17 and 19. What am I seeing here? This is atrocious. Here we go, though. George in a Mercedes. Where have we seen this before? George in a Mercedes in Japan. It's almost like it's right out of the book. Surely he's on for the win here, but he's 6/10 down. It's not going to count, and it won't matter. George is not going to improve on his time now. We finally see a Kick Sauber come out of the pits. Frozen is going to start a lap now. Who is that behind George? Sonar's on an outlap here. Who's behind Sonar? Is that a... Nope, the Haas is also on an outlap here. What about the McLaren? The McLaren of Ironhide is on an outlap here. The Ferrari is on an outlap. So is the Alpine. Let's see who's not on outlaps here. Jerry. Jerry is not on an outlap here. He will be the first driver, I believe, if I'm seeing everything correctly. Actually, Benjo. Is Benjo on an outlap? Benjo is not. So it will be Jerry. He's 0.07 down in the first sector. Mercedes gets out of the way there. My V-car brother, what do you got now? Slightly wide into the long left-hander there. Keeps it on the track. Pushing up to 130R here. Oh, you got it. Pushing up to 130R here. Slightly up on his time, but he's going to need a lot to get anywhere near Sneaky Tim. A second off the pace right now. He needs everything in this last couple of corners. Taking the shortest route to the line in the V-carb. He caught 3/10 in that last sector, putting him up to P6. Everyone watch your favorite driver, because I won't be able to catch them all. I'm not Ash Ketchum, unfortunately. That Red Bull's coming to the line. There's a Ferrari in the background. I believe it's Mr. Kevin. He's invalidated though, so it won't matter. Risky, not there yet. Boxed, not there yet. Not there yet. Here we go though. Sonar though. Sonar 3/10 up on his time, but he's running out of ERS. He's got no ERS left to the line here. There's 20 seconds left. These are the laps that will count. He's losing all the time. He might be 3/10 up. I don't think he's going to stay 3/10 up. Oh, he did. He stayed 3/10 up. Moves him up to P4 at 28.6 from Sonar. Good lap from the Alpine driver. That's his max finishing. What do I see though? Do I see Jerry is not going to be on a lap. He's only going to get to P7 now. There's a Mercedes in the background. It's not George. George didn't get his lap done. It's the other Mercedes of Yonex. Yonex, his teammate's currently P3. Ash Ketchup mentioned. I will watch Risky, don't worry. Risky will be the second driver I watch. It's going to be Yonex, and then you can see Risky in the background. Actually, Yonex is down his time. Is Risky up? Risky is up massively. Risky's up 7/10 on his time. The race winner from last week. What does he have into the last couple of corners? Into the last chicane. Risky Hobo. He'll be on the Tonight Show with Mr. Storm later. Is it today, though, for Risky? Only up to P6. Not enough. It's going to be Frozen. He puts himself into P13. Sneaky Tim improves his time. Goes fastest. 28.3 from Sneaky Tim. They're all going to try to fight behind. Fisher doesn't get it. Sonar doesn't get it. Demo, he won't get it there. Ironhide, he won't get it. Gamer Boy up to P5. And I think that's going to do it. Ironhide's not pushing. Demo isn't pushing. Sonar finished his lap. Kevin's in the pits. Sneaky Tim, take a bow, lad. In the white bull. In the white bull, Sneaky Tim, 2/10 up. In the mystery GP, no preparation. He doesn't mind. The Red Bull takes it home. It's Finster in P2. George right behind in 3. Sonar 4. Gamer Boy P5. Demo P6. We got 7 different constructors in the top 7. Risky 7. His teammate Boxed in 8. Ironhide 9. And Jerry in the top 10. Rounding it out. Somehow Nin didn't set a lap, and he's behind two drivers who retired at the start of the session. Absolute cook there from Risky. Great lap from him. He got 9/10 at the end. But take a bow, Sneaky Tim, in the white pole, in Suzuka. Looking like Max Verstappen out there. A good pole position. Well done, Sneaky Tim. Here we go. These are the drivers and their finishing positions and times. The hometown hero, Soner81 in P4 in the Alpine. 3/10 off the time, actually with quite close to Finster in P2. So this should be proving to a Sneaky Tim. We know he is one of the best qualifiers. We've seen it last season. All of last season in T4. Consistently near the top. But Sneaky Tim doesn't have a race win to his name. Can we believe that? Sneaky Tim, great qualifier. Race pace, though, in the absolute mud, man. He does not have a race win to his name. He needs to work on that. He won last race? I thought Risky won last race. What happened? I think he won it on track, but Risky didn't have the penalty. I could have sworn Risky didn't have the penalty. Red Bull double win? Huh. Someone go and check last stream and tell me who won there. Because I could have sworn Risky had it. Someone go back into the Twitch and check the last stream. I thought Risky won. But someone go back, check last week's stream just so we can make sure. Because I don't want to keep saying Risky won when it was actually Tim. Josh Sim, are you Sneaky Tim? Josh and Chazzy, what are your actual EA names? Josh is Risky. Oh, Sneaky won on pens. All right, the drivers are ready. Apparently, I hope we're not gonna have to restart here. But here we go. Let's see what they chose. Oh, okay. A very big mix of pens. Sneaky is P1. So Sneaky did win because of penalties to Risky. So Sneaky is actually on first place. Excuse me for bantering Sneaky's name. But here we go. Very interesting. Sneaky, George, and Soner, 1, 3, and 4 all chose the medium tires. Finster and P2 went for a different choice on the hards. Gamer Boy, Demo, and Risky all on the hards as well. Boxed with a very aggressive strategy, hoping for an early safety car on those soft tires. Ironhide, Jerry, and Spuddy all on mediums. Then we got Kevin, Frozen, and Yonix all on hards. Benjo on mediums, Knockout on hards, HS on mediums, Nin in the last Sauber on hards, and Sir Wolverine's got his work cut out for him on the medium tires, starting dead last. So here we go. Williams on very different strategies here, the hard tires and the soft tires. For the Williams team, if they both get even starts, I believe Risky should let Box go. HS, bro, I got you, man. No, if he's a safety car, it's not that. If there's a safety car around lap 5 or 6, that's perfect for him. Because then a lot of the hard tires won't pit and he's got a free pit stop. Alright, there will not be a restart. That is confirmed. There will not be a restart right now. Alright, guys, let's stop talking about who got the last win. It's all about right now. We're in Suzuka. You can see the Japanese flags in the background waving for their boy in P4 in the Alpine. Soner81, do you have enough to win your home race? We'll wait and see. Sneaky Tim, he screwed up his starting spot. Finster might get the jump on him. George and Soner will be waiting in the background. These boys, they've waited for a week here. No preparation time. Thrown into the middle of it. Here we are in Japan, in Suzuka. It's Apex. It's T5. The lights are gone and so are the drivers. The Red Bull of Tim gets a good getaway. So does Sneaky though. George up into P2. Finster going for the dive. Does we see any contact? We see drivers going wide. There's some accident in the background there. I don't know who that is in the back, but Tim gets away cleanly. Boxed on those softs are up to P4. George, though, keeping tabs on Tim. Finster down to 3. Soner up to P5 here. We gotta see the position changes here. Yonix is up 5. Knockout Heroes up 6. Demo is down 8. Ironhide down 7. I'm seeing a V-carb all the way off the back, and it's HS. HS's terrible showings have continued on. George and Tim right on each other. Finster looks to be holding the pack up there. I see a McLaren diving up the inside there. It doesn't look like it worked. Sneaky Tim still leading George away. Boxed is cooking. Up 4 spots with those soft compound tires though. He's got to catch on to the back though, George and Tim. Finster now 1.5 seconds off the back of George. Demo's down 10 spots. Knockout Hero up 6. Yonix up 5. Sneaky Tim though a clean getaway. Leading them out early. Finster's tires must have been cold. He's been passed by another medium runner now. He's got a soft tire, compound tire runner all over the back of him in box. Box 2/10 behind them as Sneaky Tim leads them away. We're gonna watch the Finster though. He's got Boxed all over the back of him. It's 2/10 between the two. Will Box go for the dive? He thinks about it for a little bit. You know he did, but he's going up the inside of Finster. It's Boxed and Finster into the S's section of Suzuka. You don't see an overtake there, but Box says thank you very much. That's my position on the P2 now. Boxed up 5 spots with those soft tires into P3. Well done, Box. 2 seconds off now of George. He's gonna keep chasing now. Finster in even more trouble. Soner, the hometown hero, on the back of him. We're not even basically 2.5 laps in, and Boxed already has a 3-second penalty somehow. Mr. Kevin dives into the pits. He definitely had some wing damage now. Gamer Boy down 12 positions. He must have had a spin. You can see him in the mini-back off the back. Watch the soft runner in Boxed. Boxed, he's catching George. He's in within a second now. We'll go back to Boxed. Finster's only up 3/10 on Soner. Finster might have had that ERS, might have had that DRS better benefits, but he doesn't have it anymore. In the background, it's the other Williams on the push on the hometown hero. Soner into 130 yard. No move doing. Finster now catching up to the back. Risky though, going for the dive on the hometown hero. Shoves him wide. Decent fight. The V-carb of Jerry looking to get it back on it. Sneaky Tim driving away from the rest. Risky's move has him in an awful spot. He's lost the position now. So Wolverine off the back of the pack and PA. He's up 11 spots, sending a new fastest lap here. But we're going back up to Boxed. Sneaky Tim now with a 1 second lead over George. It's hovering over 1 second. George in P2 with a 1.2 second lead over Box. Box leading Finster. Finster with Soner on the back of him. Jerry and Risky in on the party. And Sneaky Tim up 11 spots is starting his own train in the back. He's already fucked it. He looks to be falling off the back already. Are his tires already shot though? Boxed by you. You went for an aggressive strategy. It's paid off now. But you're gonna be the one suffering now. You were... Well, what do you have though? Do you have anything to combat it with? Do you got anything though? Wait, what did I say? Wait, I have actually no idea what I cussed. What did I say? Oh, I know what I said. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. That is, I apologize for that. As Soner, the hometown hero, goes for the move on Finster. Finster dropping even more positions. I apologize for that. That won't happen again. Oh, Soner's absolutely lost it. He went too deep into the corner. Finster got right behind him now. Risky and Jerry all over the back of him now. Soner, the hometown hero. He's absolutely screwed it. Jick and Jick, bro. This is not your place to be. You already know. Soner now. I'm seeing yellow flags in the background. That looks to be another V-carb. And HS spinning. HS is spun again. Knockout hero Kevin Benjo, Gamer Boy, and HS. All way off the back. Alright, bro. Only Jick and Jick, only me and you are getting that joke. No one else is. Nothing's going to happen in the stream. It's just you're not supposed to do it as a commentator. It doesn't really matter, though. Finster, though, all over the back of Box. Box's tires have to be shot. He's dropping off the back of George. Finster, he's going to go for the move. Before the chicane even happens, Finster, does he go too deep? Yes, he does. Box going for the switchback on Finster. Finster quotes the corner there. Soner in the background losing grip here. Easily passed by Risky now. We see so many cards there. So Wolverine on the back of Jerry. Sir Wolverine's up 12 spots from his dead last starting position. He's up 12 spots. Our biggest loser is Gamer Boy, down 11 spots now. Risky and Box changing spots. The Williams driver, that looked to be organized. Well done from the Williams team. Box knew his tires are done. And now he's going to become a rear gunner for Risky, as Risky goes to chase Finster. Box playing the ultimate team game right now. Might be screwing his race over, but he's keeping the lads behind him. Soner going slightly deep here. Box, he's losing touch with Risky, but it's so hard to overtake here. And Soner wants it in his home race, but Box is saying, no, you're staying behind. I'm blocking for Risky. Risky, he's giving you time to escape now. Soner, though, side by side with Box. Sir Wolverine in the mix of it now. Who's got it? Soner's come off works. Lost 2 position to Box and Sir Wolverine now. Sir Wolverine up 13 spots. He's doing exactly what I did in Australia. I went from P19 to P3. Here we go. Sir Wolverine and Box side by side. There's contact. Sir Wolverine shoved off the edge. Box, though, still in front. Becoming a very good teammate now for Risky. Holding them all back. Jerry's got a 3-second penalty now. Sir Wolverine, though, he might have it. Box's defense cannot be held out for much longer. Sir Wolverine, he's got that ERS and DRS combo. It's over for him now. Sir Wolverine goes to chase Risky. Why is Tim T5? Because Tim's quality pace probably puts him T4, but his race pace makes him T5. Bro, added a fun fact. Hey, bro. Hey, let me talk about my my winnings. By that, watch T3. Oh, my fun fact was I was just talking about Sir Wolverine. He started in P19, and now he's up 14 spots. Kind of reminds me of my performance last week in Australia. Started P19, finished on the podium and in P3. Sir Wolverine trying to replicate the same thing here. Vamos, Pakistan? What is happening here? Why are we bringing politics into this? Box and Jerry, though, side by side. Box's tires have to be gone. He's just a sitting duck now. Slight contact. Into chicane. But here we go. Boxed. Is he going to have anything to defend with from Jerry? Both these drivers have 3-second pens. Jerry looking for the move in 130R. Box makes him goes round the outside in 130R. There's contact again. Exactly what we saw between Risky and Box. But Jerry's having none of it. Down the inside goes Jerry. Box trying to fight with all he has. He's blocked him for now. And Box finally decides it's his time. Those tires were done for. Dives into the pits now. Here we go. Sneaky Tim now. Still leading them away. Less than a second between him and George, both on the medium tires. Finster just off the back, 1.4 seconds off the back now. Risky 1.7 off the back. Sir Wolverine off the back of Risky. Jerry 3 seconds back off both of them with a 3-second penalty. Sonar in P7, Spuddy P8, Ironhide in 9, and Demo Bros and Yonix are having a little batter on 10 and 11. Demo Bros getting past Yonix. Mr. Demo, excuse me, getting past Yonix here through the twisty sector 1 here. Not where you see a overtake happen normally. Does Yonix have some wing damage here? He's losing a lot of time to Demo. From this helicam, it's hard to see. He goes slightly wide there. He's missing his front left end plate. He does have wing damage. That's why he's losing time. That's hard here. Alright, bro. Schnack, just... okay. Alright, dude. Schnack, how about you just go and, like, golf, dude? We're going back to... George dives into the pits, going for an undercut on Sneaky Tim. 7 laps in, and he dives into the pits. I believe he's going to pit onto the hard compound tires. I am not saying that, Jack. Jackie Chin, I'm not saying that. I'm assuming he's going to pit onto the hard tires. No, he goes onto the mediums. His strategy is going to be medium, medium, hard, I believe, here. Sneaky Tim now. This is your chance. You need the best out lap, in lap of your life, or else you will lose the lead. Alright, bro. I'll tell her you said hi, bro. Tell her you said hi. Sneaky Tim, though, needs a good out lap here. He needs some of the best out laps he's had. Or the in laps he's had right now. He needs to dive into the pits here, or else he will be losing track position to George. But George is in a fight with Ironhide right now. But Finster, his tire's coming into play now. He's closing in on Sneaky Tim now. Sneaky Tim, do you have anything to defend with, or are you diving into the pits right now to stay in front of George? But if you pit right now, you're going to come into a fight with Ironhide and George here. And he does not pit. Fine. Thanks, Heaven! Alright, I'm not saying that again. Never doing that again. Sonar and Jerry, side by side here. Sonar, the hometown hero, getting the move done on Jerry. Sneaky Tim decides to not dive into the pits there, so he's probably giving up track position to George. But George is in a fight with Ironhide, gets the move done. That was a critical move for George. He now has 7 seconds of clean space so that he can go and drive along in. Finster and Sneaky Tim. Finster all over the back of Sneaky Tim. Less than 4/10 between the two drivers. No, I'm not doing it once more. I don't care if you pay, that's on you. I've done it so many times. There's so many clips of me saying that. Alright, bro. That's not the chat to put that in, Jick and Jick. Go to Jinxie's chat and put that in. Finster. Too far back to make a move on Tim. Does Tim dive into the pits now, though? He's going to come out way behind George. Tim, do you dive into the pits? No, he doesn't. Tim continues on. I believe Tim is going for a one-stop strategy here. Finster, though, still off the back of him. Sonar and Jerry both diving into the pits at the same time here. Gonna have to watch the timing table to see where they come out. Spuddy's moving up spots because those two are in the pits. George are going to move up spots as well. Sneaky Tim, though, increasing his gap on Finster. Sneaky Tim now. He doesn't have any penalties to his name. He's driving quite well. You've been Sam, Cricket. Yes, you have. Cricket, there's so many clips of me saying as Demo gets another penalty. There's so many clips of me saying that. You could have just watched that. Sneaky Tim and Finster. Still 1 and 2. 1 second between the two. Risky's coming into play though. 9/10. These three drivers separated by less than 2 seconds. Spuddy way off the back though. It looks to be a 3-horse race right now. But George has gone for a different strategy in P5. He's got all this time and free space to work with here. He needs to be putting in quali lap after quali lap. He's going for the extra stop here on both of these drivers. On all three of these drivers actually. We're going to see if any of them comes into the pits here. It would be way too early for Finster and Risky to pit here. But Sneaky might pit. Does Sneaky dive into the pits? No, he doesn't. Confirming my assumption that he will be going to a 2-stop strategy here. $53 drivers in T2 is absurd. As Spuddy dives into the pits, that's another person George will not have to pass now. George is going to be 20 seconds off the back of this battle, but he has pitted. And Suzuka's one of the longer pit stops on track, on the calendar. Sneaky Tim must have had a mistake somewhere. Finster's all over the back of him. It's 2/10 between this driver. Risky trying to get in some action now. These drivers separated by less than 1.5 seconds now. Finster, is he going to go for a dive into the hairpin now? He will go for the dive into the hairpin. It's a late move from the Ferrari driver, but he gets it done. That's a decent move. A little bit of argy-bargy between the drivers, but he gets it done. It's hard to get a pass done here in Suzuka, but he does it. Well, he's going to have to not sandbag now because he needs to pass Finster now, or is his tires just that dead? His tires might be shot. Sneaky Tim now with Risky in the background. Finster now leading these three drivers. These drivers separated by 1.2 tenths. Ferrari from Red Bull, from Williams. The Sneaky dive into the pits. No, he doesn't. Continues on. Wait, what quote did I cook with? What quote did I cook with? Next. It's a great view from Finster's rear end here. Watching Sneaky Tim and Risky all back behind them. This is a great view. I don't think I've seen this view before on the F1 game. It's a good view. Finster, we just saw him go wide. This might be crucial here. Finster is leading the race, but he has a 3-second penalty though. Both drivers he's competing with do not have any penalties now. Watch for Sneaky Tim though. Sneaky Tim should be pitting either this lap or next lap. If he goes any laps over that, he's just wasting the life of his hard tires. Benjo now diving into the pits and going for those soft compound tires. An aggressive strategy from Benjo, but he has to do something. He's down in the dumps in P17. Oh, I said quote, the sandbagging quote. Risky gets a penalty now. Yeah, Sneaky Tim might be sandbagging, but he's going to have to take the bags off now and race for it. Because he needs this win now. But his tires might be shot. Sneaky Tim, he might be sandbagging, but he just doesn't have the weaponry right now to fight. Finster will not dive in the pit. Sneaky Tim, he does pit. Gets off those medium tires now. It's now a fight between Finster and Risky, but neither of them are in DRS of each other. Sneaky Tim diving into the pits. We're going to watch George now. See where he comes out in relation to Sneaky Tim. Those two were fighting for the lead. George went for the early pit stop now. He's got Sir Wolverine on the back of him who's pit as well. It's going to be close. Not really. George passes them both up. And Sneaky Tim's lost positions to George and Sir Wolverine. Sneaky Tim now gonna be on the hunt. Soner in the background, the hometown kid. 4 drivers quite close. George, Wolverine, Tim, and Soner. All quite close together. Further down in the back of the pack, 4P10, Spuddy and Frozen. I believe Spuddy's just passing Frozen. Both Sauber boys not having a good day. Both haven't pit yet. Nin's in a fight now with Demo. Nin and Demo side by side here. There's always contact when there's coming down to the lower ends of the grid here. Not today though. Demo gets away with it. Alright, Xenex, can we ban Jick and Jick from the chat? I'm not very comfortable with those chats he's sending. So Xenex, ban anything Jick and Jick says, please. Thank you. Yonix gets a penalty now. What is this close battle? There's a close battle between Jerry and Boxed. Boxed, we know, was on those soft tires for 8 laps. He's now on the hard compound tires. Soner gets a penalty. So many people with penalties. George, Wolverine, Tim, Gamer Boy, Frozen, Nin, and Ironhide are the only drivers to not have penalties. There's a pass, though, between Wolverine and George. It happened before the corner 1 even happened. Timeout for 5 minutes. Good stuff. Good stuff, Xenex. P4 through 6, I got you. Here we go. George, on those old tires, just got passed by Wolverine. It's going to be hard for him now to catch back up here. Leading over Tim. Tim's going to be pushing. He's going to be driving the wheels off. Actually, he shouldn't be driving the wheels off that Red Bull. He's going for the one-stop strategy here. He's got to save now, but Soner's putting heavy pressure on him. Soner now might be going for a dive. Can you show pens? I got you. Everyone's got a 3-second penalty. No one has more. Soner now still within 5/10 of Sneaky Tim. Sneaky Tim's got to get a move on now. And he might be going backwards before he's going forwards. That's not going to help his race chances. There's something going on at the top, though. It's Finster and Risky side by side. The two leading contenders, the leading protagonists now. Risky looking for a switchback, though. He's going to have DRS. Finster has so much ERS, though. Does Risky have any ERS? No, he doesn't. It's going to have to be done on DRS now. Risky pulling out to the side by side with Finster. Finster because he keep his nose in. He wanted to. Risky goes slightly wide. Finster, though, loses out. Almost spun it there. He's heavily behind Risky now. There's a pass, though, between Sneaky and George. Action wherever you see Sneaky Tim, instead of looking behind him, he's looking forward. Gets the move done on George. George now will have Soner, the hometown hero, right behind him. Am I able to commentate T4 tomorrow? No, I am not. I apologize. I will not be able to commentate T4 tomorrow. George and Soner, though. Soner on the better tires than George. George might have to be coming into the pits earlier than he would have wanted. Soner, he's hometown here. He wants to give the fans something to cheer about. Will he go for a dive? No, he won't. He definitely thought about it. I believe he was close enough to do it, but thought better of it. Looks to set him up through 130R. Sneaky Tim after his pass on George. Speaking of that, Soner gets a pass on George. You don't normally see something like that happen here. Before we even got through 130R, he gets the move done. Good move from Soner now. Looking to chase Sneaky Tim. Stay on the back of him. George now might start thinking of taking his pit stop earlier than he wanted. Soner now off the back of Sneaky Tim. He's dispatched George. He's out of DRS now. Soner now diving into the pits. Excuse me, Finster in the pits. George in the pits now. Finster going for an early pit stop. He's going for the undercut on Risky now. Soner now leading right behind Sneaky Tim, actually. 3 laps older tires and on the medium tires, while Risky is on the hards. Excuse me, while Sneaky's on the hards. Risky, Hobo Tim. Him, and I believe Gamer Boy, unless Gamer Boy pitted lap 1. Let's see where Gamer Boy's at. Gamer Boy did pit lap 1. Risky is the only driver on track who has not pitted. Currently leading this race, so Wolverine, 11 seconds behind him, but they're on different strategies right now. Show Wolverine up 17 spots from his lowly starting position in P19. Risky, surely he dives into the pits to cover off the Finster. Finster's 586 went for the undercut on Risky. Don't know if Risky was expecting it, but Risky will dive into the pits now. And he gets a 10-second penalty. He didn't slow down for the pit lane entry. We both saw it. And that's going to be detrimental to winning this race. Sir Wolverine blasts by. Sneaky Tim blasts by. Sonar goes by as well. Finster, though, will he blast by? Finster and Risky. Risky just exiting the pits. You can see him on the left side of the screen now. The undercut did not work. Finster's gonna come out behind Risky. But he's warmed up those tires. Risky has not. Those tires are pit lane tread. Pit lane sim right now. Pit lane temperature. Risky is gonna have to work for it now. We'll leave that battle and go to the front, but with the two Red Bull boys. Sir Wolverine and Sneaky Tim. It's gonna be hard for Wolverine to get these tires 18 laps, but I think he could do it. That's the only chance he has at winning this right now. Sneaky Tim, though, off the back of him. The Red Bull boys are gonna fight. Sonar in the mix as well. 3 drivers separated by 1.5 seconds. Sir Wolverine leading them through. 130R here. They're both going to have DRS on them. We passed the detection point. They will both have DRS going down the main straight now. So Wolverine, 0.7 seconds. 0.6 in front of Tim. That time just keeps coming down and down now. Sneaky Tim, do you have anything on your teammate right now? He saved the ERS. They both have similar ERS. Tim's got DRS. Will Tim go for the dive on his teammate? He'd be ballsy if he did, but he doesn't there. Sits behind. Sonar waiting in the background, but Sir Wolverine goes slightly wide now holding up Tim. Boxed is in the pits, getting off of those hard compound tires. Sir Wolverine and Tim, these 3 drivers separated by basically 1 second now. Wolverine from Tim from Sonar, as Gamer Boy gets a penalty. Not a lot of drivers who don't have penalties right now. If you don't have a penalty right now, you're looking to be in good position to pick up a lot of spots when the checker flag flies. Sir Wolverine, though, his tires looking shot. Sneaky Tim on 4-lap newer tires than his teammate. As HS gets a penalty. Sneaky Tim. Sir Wolverine goes slightly wide though. Sneaky Tim. These drivers separated by 1 second now. Sonar quite close to the back of Sneaky Tim now. Sneaky Tim's in the middle. He's got to look forward or backwards. He's going to go for the move in 130R here. Up the inside. What a brave move into 130R. But was that Sir Wolverine just playing DRS games now? Sir Wolverine will have the DRS. He's got a lot of ERS to play with now. Sneaky Tim doesn't have that much ERS to play with. 5/10 between the 2 drivers. Sir Wolverine's about to dump his whole battery load. No, he won't. He's just giving up the win to Tim, as Yonex and Dema both get penalties now. I think he's playing the team game here. Finster sets the fastest lap of the race. Both Finster and Risky are going to have to chase after Sonar, Wolverine, and Sneaky Tim. Go to Jerry? Why do we need to go to Jerry? Jerry's 7 seconds off of Finster and 6 seconds off of Spuddy. Jerry is in no man's land. The lead V card is teammate HS in P18 right now. Not a lot happening with Jerry. We're going back to Sonar and Sir Wolverine. Sonar, the hometown hero, thinks about the dive, thinks better of it. Sir Wolverine closing the door. Risky and Finster are on new medium tires. They both need to work together to get up to this trio. Sonar, I don't think his tires are going to last that long. There's a yellow flag somewhere else. Someone spun. Don't know who it is. They've got going again. We're not going to know who that was who spun. But Sonar, Wolverine, and Tim. Risky's taking heaps of time out of these guys. It was 6 seconds at the start of the lap. It's 4.8 right now. That's 1.2 seconds. Sir Wolverine tires are dead. Sonar's tires are dead. Sneaky Tim racing into the distance. Both these drivers pit. Sneaky Tim left alone. Sonar, the hometown hero, suffers from a pit lane speeding incident. A 10-second penalty to Sonar. His dreams of the win are over. Pitting onto the soft compound tires. Wolverine goes to the medium compound tires. He'll come out ahead of Sonar. These two going to be very close on exit here. Spuddy passes both of them, but Sonar comes out behind Sir Wolverine. Sir Wolverine's got a 10-second penalty now. Sneaky Tim is leading them away. Risky 6 seconds back now, but he has that 10-second penalty to deal with. Finster 1 second off the back of Risky with only a 3-second penalty. Spuddy promoted to P4 as Sir Wolverine and Sonar have pitted. George's strategy does not look to be paying off for him. He's down into P7. Sneaky Tim, though, he's controlled this race the entire way, but Risky looks to be chasing him. There's a spin down the back of the pack. I believe that's HS again. Yep, HS just going to be passed out. George and Sonar, there's a little fight between the two. George might have... Sonar's lost it somewhere. I missed it, but Sonar lost it somewhere. He's way off the back now of Sir Wolverine. The Ironhide and Box trade positions. Sir Wolverine all over the back of Spuddy. Spuddy, this is a no contest right now. 9-lap old hard tires to fresh mediums. Are we going to see him move into 130R? Spuddy going to fight it? Spuddy tries to fight it. It's not there though. Spuddy will go for the dive. Thinks better of it. Does not work now. So Wolverine pushes on now. 14 seconds to Finster though. In reality, it's 11 seconds because Finster's got that 3-second penalty. But he's got so much work cut out for him and 6 seconds left, or 6 laps left in the Grand Prix. Finster and Risky been fighting the entire time. Sneaky Tim though having a nice little Sunday drive, no penalties. 5-second lead to Risky. Having a splendid time out there in Suzuka. In the White Bull. Boston Ironhide trading positions again. That is actually our closest battle on track. We're going to switch to it. As George gets a penalty, Spuddy gets another penalty. Let's check penalties really quickly. These are your penalties here. 13 and 3 for Risky and Finster. Neither Red Bull boy has one. Excuse me. Now it's 13 and 6 for Risky and Finster. Neither Red Bull boys have one. I believe Mr. Kevin just spawned here. Multitude of penalty everywhere you go. This is a great... Let's check positions gained. Great race from Sir Wolverine. Up 15 spots. Spuddy with a good race as well. Up 6. Risky's up 5, but he's got a 10-second penalty incoming. The rest of the drivers now have just lost positions. Jerry's up 1. And Nin's up 2, but everyone else has just lost positions. Sir Wolverine taking them to work. Taking them to his job site. Sir Wolverine sending the fastest lap. There's a spin in Mr. Kevin, I believe. The Ferrari spinning in Sector 1. He's in P16 right now. That is not going to help him. It's a fight, though, between George and Sonar. We're switching back to tires. Sonar getting past... No, still behind George. 2-lap old soft tires for Sonar, so he's got the speed. He's ready to push. Sir Wolverine, though, looking in good position if he keeps catching Finster and Risky at that same pace to push up into P2. HS dives in the pits to only get brought with another 10-second penalty. Spuddy just ahead of George and Sonar. Sonar looking for a dive. Thinks better of it. It's not going to work here for Sonar. Sonar, though, he's made some moves in pretty weird places today on track. He's no stranger to making a move down in these couple of corners before we get to 130R. Doesn't see the opening, though, so he's going to set up into 130R, but he might be way too far back, though. George is now in DRS range of Spuddy. They're all going to be in DRS. Mr. Kevin, after his spin, gets a 10-second penalty for diving into the pit lane. George and Sonar side by side. Sonar made to go the long way around. Going for the switchback. Doesn't really work here. But he's going to have a decent exit out of the last corner to catch on to George. But George has DRS. The one in trouble right now is Spuddy. George goes for the dive on Spuddy. Spuddy, will he fight it? Thinks about it but can't. Shoves wide. George takes the position. Puts a car between him and Soner. But Soner doesn't stay behind that long. Soner around the outside of Spuddy. Gets the move done. Good move from Soner. Spuddy 2 spots down in a couple of corners. His tires are dead. Gonna be lucky to hang on to P7. Gamer Boy, 9 seconds off the back. Spuddy's just gonna have to deal with this and nurse his tires home. This is your closest battle on track right now. George from Soner from Spuddy. Suzuka's not a place to have a lot of battles. It's a lot of tire management and strategy. Risky is catching Tim, but Risky's got 13 seconds of pen. Finster's fallen way off the back of Risky, but he's also got 6 seconds of pens. Sir Wolverine, at the end of the day, might be coming home in P2. He's going to catch Finster and Risky, though. I think he's in penalty range. He's in penalty range of both drivers. So it's right now, it is a Red Bull 1-2. As Soner's looking for the move on George in the 130 yard. They're side by side. Slight contact. Box gets a penalty. Soner looking for the move again. Setting him up. Going for the switchback. Inviting Spuddy into play. And then Soner, his front end washes out in front of him. He's now off the back. He's got no ERS. He's only got DRS to keep him behind, but he's not going to pass George. George lives to fight another day. Both these drivers are not on the same penalties right now. So George would have had this either way. There's going to be a lot of changing when the checkered flag flies. So if your driver's in their spot right now, they might not stay in their spot at the end of the 27th lap here. So Wolverine, though, catching the Finster. You can see him right now. That's a feeling as a driver when you know you can see your rival in front of him and you're catching him lap after lap. Sir Wolverine, he started P19 right now. He's up 15 spots, going for the drive of the day in the Red Bull. One of the only 4 drivers on track who didn't get a penalty. So for him, his teammate Sneaky Tim, Ironhide in the McLaren, and Nin in the Sauber, none of them have gotten penalties. Sir Wolverine now, 5/10 between him and the Finster. He's setting them up. Will he go for the move into the chicane? He's way too far back. He's going to set him up, going down the long straight in Tier 1. Gets a better exit than Finster. Finster, does he have anything to fight with? He doesn't even fight it. The move is done halfway down the straight. So Wolverine in the P3, looking to catch up to get Risky right now, but he just needs to stay in penalty range, and he has P2. Soner and George fighting again. Soner finally gets the move done on George. Those soft compound tires coming into play, but now he needs to speed off into the distance. He's got so much penalty compared to George. The hometown hero, he might come home P5 on track, but I don't think it's going to be P5 at the end of the line. He might drop all the way down to P9, but I think he might be safe. Might drop all the way to P8, but I think it's going to be around P7 for him. Spuddy and George will be upgraded position. Gamer Boy, if he gets his act together, could also get another position there, so he's got to keep pushing. Finster, after getting passed by Sir Wolverine's 1.7 seconds off the back of Wolverine now. The Red Bull boys with an absolute masterclass today. Wolverine from the back of the grid. If he didn't have that quali ban, what could he have done? He could have challenged him for the lead. But what if? Risky now, catching Sneaky Tim. 1 second between the two drivers on starting the penultimate lap of this race in Japan. And what a race it's been. Ironhide gets a penalty now. There's only 3 drivers left without a penalty. It's both the Red Bull boys. And for some reason, it's the Kick, Sauber, and Nin. Sauber has not had a good season so far in T5. But Nin has been very good on penalties. You have to give him that. His driving Might not be the best, but he does not get penalties. Have to applaud him for that there. Spuddy and George now fighting as Stoner's 1.2 seconds off in the distance. It's bad now. George. Both of these drivers about 20 seconds off the pace, so it is a pit stop right now between the two drivers. That two-stop strategy did not work out for George. He started P2. He's probably going to come home in P5 thanks to penalties from Soner. But just not the strategy, J4. Definitely had the pace, but his strategy let him down. Sneaky Tim now starts the final lap. Risky right behind in the Williams. But Spuddy now all right close to George. Will he go for the move before the chicane happens? He thinks about it, but doesn't go for the... Here we go. Let's go watch our race leader. We haven't seen a lot from the race leader. He's just been out and about by himself. The battles have happened way behind him. He's had this controlled from the very, very start. Sneaky Tim in the White Bull in Suzuka. Dominated, took pole by over 2/10 here. Led from the start. Had a little bit of fighting between George and Risky, Wolverine, Finster, all of them basically. But he's passed them all up again and again, and no one's really come close. He's also kept it clean. Him and his teammate Frozen get the penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And what a race from the man in the White Bull, the Red Bull. Sneaky Tim, manager of Tier 5, put himself on pole, led almost every lap, never looked back. Your race winner in T5, it's Sneaky Tim. Risky's gonna come home in P2, but he won't stay P2. Wolverine in the P2. It's a Red Bull 1-2. Risky will stay P3 though. Finster in 4. Stoner coming home in 5. He gets a penalty for an unserved penalty. George into P5. Spuddy 6. The times will change behind them. Gamer Boy 8. George is gonna come home 9. Fox Tier rounding out the top 10. Ironhide and Demo are gonna come home 11 and 12 to finish out your points position. But Sneaky Tim, back-to-back race wins. Well done for Sneaky Tim there in the White Bull. Led from the start. Wasn't really troubled at all. Great one-stop strategy here in Suzuka. That's very hard to do. Only 2 to 3 drivers actually did the one-stop strategy. So that is well done there from Sneaky Tim there. Managed well, no penalties, clean race, minimal contact here. There's only 2 drivers left who haven't finished, and funny enough, it's both Cake Salbers. Frozen is now just crossing the line. His teammate Nin will be the last person who hasn't crossed the line right now. There we go, and Nin through the last chicane now, coming to the line. There we go. That's race done, ladies and gentlemen. Sneaky Tim in the White Bull, in the Red Bull, coming home P1 and P2. So Wolverine, what a drive from him. Started dead last, finished P2. A great day for the Red Bull boys, P1 and 2. Pushing them further in T5 standings, as well as the constructor standings for T5 and the Apex constructor standings. Not the most exciting race, but it's Japan. We knew it wasn't going to be most exciting. A lot of strategy here. A lot of tire management as well. The podium celebrations between the 2 Red Bull drivers and the Williams of Risky. A Swede, an Austrian, and a Brit. All on the podium. Not a Swede, a Swiss gentleman. Not a Swede, not a Swede, Swiss. Here we go. These are your finishing positions for the lads here with their times. Well done to everyone who actually finished the race and those who scored points. Well done as well. Incidents, not as many as normal. Actually, there are a lot because almost everyone except 3 drivers got penalties. So I'm going to have to scroll through these really quickly here. But that's going to be it for everyone. I think I missed some at the very bottom, so I'm going to scroll through that really, really quickly here. Absurd amount of incidents and penalties. There we go. Those are all your penalties. What a race, though, from both the Red Bulls. Well done. P1 to P1, P19 to P2. Risky up 4 spots as well. But thank you for all of those who came and watched us. That was Tier 5. Tier 4s within 12 hours. That's going to be great to watch. But most importantly, tonight's show, the second ever airing of it with Mr. Storm later tonight, 10 p.m. UK time. Switch that to your own time zone. He's going to be welcome Risky, Tom Gray, and the first top 10 list in Apex history ever. I hope it's not just off pace, and I hope to see myself up there. Join Mr. Storm later tonight with his guests, live on Discord, live on Twitch. You already know where it is. Go have fun. Go watch that. But thank you again for watching another stream in Tier 5 with your commentator, eip485. It's been an absolute pleasure, lads. And then I hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye and take care.